The question of free will. Good morning. Every speech in this series has rested on a quiet assumption that you can choose. Today, we meet a neuroscientist who spent 40 years studying the brain and concluded that choice, as normally understood, might not exist at all. Robert Sapolsky, a Stanford neuroscientist and primatologist, changed his mind after decades accepting a moderate view that some meaningful sliver of free choice remains. His 2023 book, Determined: The Science of Life Without Free Will, argued every decision traces backward through an unbroken chain of prior causes, genes, hormones, culture with no gap for a freely choosing self to intervene. What feels like free will is the end product of biological and environmental processes outside conscious control. Sapolsky argued the entire framework of praise, blame, and moral desert built on free will needs rethinking. Willpower itself, in his account, is just another biological process, shaped by the very factors like sleep and mastery experiences that Bandura and Dweck studied. If self-efficacy and grit are themselves products of biology and environment rather than freely chosen stances, praising or blaming individuals for possessing them looks like less moral evaluation. Sapolsky pushes Bandura's and Duckworth's own cautious against victim blaming to their logical extreme. A society organized around individual may rest on a foundational error. Sapolsky's argument creates real tension with nearly every figure in the series, since Covey's proactivity and Dweck's mindset are built on the premise that you can choose your response. His works suggest tools like Lear's habit design still work, since they act on the causal machinery producing behavior even if the sense of a free choosing self is itself an illusion. Many philosophers argue Sapolsky's hard determinism overstates what neuroscience can establish, and that compatibilist views remain a serious position he engages only partially. Critics note hard determinism, taken as lived philosophy, risks undermining the very sense of agency Bandura and Dweck found empirically useful for producing better outcomes. Sapolsky's work forces an honest reckoning with a question the rest of this series sidestepped. On what ground do we praise discipline and blame its absence? It connects to Brookman's finitude and Robbins' let them all ask a person to lose their grip on control and judgment, even while acting within whatever margin of influence exists. Whether or not the self-doing, the choosing, is truly free, every tool this series has straight still visibly changes outcomes. When used, extend to others and to yourself the same patience you'd offer someone whose struggle was never entirely their own doing. Thank you, and see you next time.